Here's a no-nonsense guy, if ever there was one.
Hold it! So, that's what's going on.
What?
You're the piece that's missing in my puzzle. The old saying has rung true once again. The perpetrator always returns to the scene of the crime.
Perpetrator?
If I had my way, I'd take my luxurious spear and run you through straight away for your insolent deed. Unfortunately, it was confiscated. We can't have you hurting children all the time, blah, 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 blah. You can hardly say it's my fault when the brats steal dates. Somebody's got to keep them on the straight and narrow. Well, anyway, that's why I was transferred to indoor duty. Which means that now I can spend my time solving mysterious crimes. The only thing I'm allowed to do now is snuff out people who want to leave the scene of a crime in a hurry. By any chance, do you want to leave the scene of this crime in a hurry?
No.
What a shame. Be that as it may, you'd be better off proving your innocence to me quickly before we bring our luxurious methods of torture to bear.
Could it be that you mean Luxorian?
But it's all one and the same.
What kind of crime is supposed to have happened here anyway?
A tricky case indeed, but I've nearly solved it down to the last detail. Look at that. The poor victim is lying here. An overturned cart is over there. And ha! The key. We've got an empty, open sarcophagus.
Uh-huh. So what do you think happened?
How can you ask? It's about as clear as the day. A mummy broke out of the sarcophagus and strangled the cart driver. Then it fled into the alleys of Luxor.
I might have a few doubts about how the crime occurred.
So, what kind then?
The card is from a sarcophagus delivery service.
What makes you so sure of that?
It's written in big, broad letters right on it.
Just because I can't read doesn't mean that people can tell me anything they feel like.
Is that enough for you?
You don't say. So you really know your way around reconstructions, do you? Then do tell what you think is supposed to have happened here.
To be honest, I have no idea.
Ha! Now, all of a sudden, you're trying to talk your way out of it. I could almost believe that you are the accomplice, the front man, the third man I'm still searching for. I'm going to keep an eye on you.
I was robbed, and the thief raced through here.
In that case, contact the officers from the robbery squad. Well, anyway, that's why I was transferred to indoor duty. Which means that now I can spend my time solving mysterious crimes. The only thing I'm allowed to do now is snuff out people who want to leave the scene of a crime in a hurry. By any chance, do you want to leave the scene of this crime in a hurry?
I'm more the type who prefers leaving at a leisurely pace.
What a shame. Be that as it may, you'd be better off proving your innocence to me quickly before we bring our luxurious methods of torture to bear.
Luxurious doesn't sound that bad at all.
That means they come from Luxor, not that they don't hurt people.
Oh. I'm no accomplice. I'm from Cairo.
That puts the general suspicion on you, no matter what. What brings you to Luxor in the first place?
Me? I'm just a tourist.
They're the worst of all. I am dead certain that there was an accomplice. After all, modern sarcophagi can only have been opened from the outside. So, if it wasn't you, then who was it?
I don't know who it was.
In that case, you're still my main suspect for the accomplice.
I really have to head off now.
I'll keep an eye on you.
A wheel came loose in the collision. Sarcophagus precarious. A cheap one off the rack. Not over my dead body. With today's traffic, every cart ought to have a first aid kit on board.
Nobody enters the crime scene before the investigation has been completed.
Water, again. A well-equipped camel. It even has a fire brigade badge on its helmet. A well-equipped camel. It even has a fire brigade badge on its helmet. A great invention. A lot can be stuffed into a saddlebag, and then you don't have to lug it all yourself. A true fireman's equipment. Let's see what the fireman took along for supper. I've opened the lunchbox. Oh, for God's sakes! The Pharaoh's daughter has published a photo love story with me as the leading man! Somebody must have had a whale of a time recently. Open. Probably means that the snack bar is open.
Oh, mon Dieu. How can you bang on my shop at such an ungodly hour?
Ungodly hour?
Of course. Who walks among the living in the light of day?
Human beings?
No, nobody. Luxor is not a city of the day. It only really comes to life at night.
What kind of accent is that? It's very strange.
Strange? I spent 5 years at the École des Accents de la Haute Cuisine in order to perfect my speaking like this. Every chef worth his salt in Luxor talks like moi. And our trade union is going to push this in all of the world. Trust me.
Well, Olga, our cook in Cairo, actually, she speaks pretty normally.
Ah, only the lower-class barbaric cooks live in Cairo.
Why isn't there anyone on the streets in Luxor during the day?
How can you ask this? Luxor only lives at night. It is pandemonium then. People come from all over the place and spend their money in Luxor. At my place, for example.
They gave up the entire city to tourism?
Don't you worry. The great Luxor will never fall prey to any ridiculous tourists. Not now, and not in 1,000 years.
I've been robbed.
What a pity for you. They robbed me recently, too. My pair of bellows disappeared, but it was old and filthy anyway. I hope the thief blew all the soot into his face.
Those thingies you were baking smell delicious.
I call them biscuits. but they pale in comparison to my other specialities.
Oh, that sounds interesting. Could I see that?
I have so many of these cutters that you can have one. Be my guest.
No, I'm not taking a closer look at that.
Hands off!
Very rare spices. That certificate is already a few years old. Who knows whether it's still valid?
Oh, the pest! I presume you are not intending to buy anything this time either, are you?
You know, that box of otter noses back there.
Indeed, a delicacy whose recipe I guard to the death. The only thing more important to me are my baby crocs in pastry. The absolute it!
Ew! Baby crocs in pastry? That's somehow...
My best product. Except that they are already out of stock again. Oh, I hope I will get new ones in time for this evening.
Are you saying that somebody should get you new baby crocodiles?
Oh, that would be wonderful!
Super sticky camel treats. If you don't have strong teeth, don't even try. Like so many vending machines, this one wants money too. There's a crocodile farm hidden behind that wall. That's just typical of cats. They'll scramble up anything and then get too scared to climb down. A marvelous specimen of the genus. Door. Firmly locked. Letters, invoices, catalogs. It's the box of unlimited opportunities. Ah! The Camel's Friend. Pointers for Professionals. Issue 2. Hey! I've detached the right-hand half of the whistle.